This is our goal, a polished educational video teaching the Khmer consonant gal. We are going to build this exact sequence from the ground up using OpenShot. This interface shows us exactly where to start. We import our raw audio and graphics into the Project Files panel, labeled as Area 3. We then assemble the video by dragging those elements down into the timeline, which is Area 8. This timeline shows OpenShot's core rule. Visual layers stack top to bottom. The top track is your foreground. Therefore, static backgrounds go on lower tracks, like track 1 or 2. Pop-up graphics go on higher tracks, like track 3, staying visible on top. Mastering this vertical track logic gives you absolute control over the visual space. It guarantees your graphics will never hide behind your background elements. To construct our first scene, we drop the main voiceover audio file onto track 1 and the continuous background graphic onto track 2. To find the exact moment the narrator speaks the first greeting, we zoom into the timeline. This reveals the audio waveforms. These visual spikes correspond directly to the spoken words. We then drag our first graphic, the smiling child, onto track 3. By aligning the left edge of this graphic block directly above the start of that audio spike, the image appears perfectly in sync with the audio. We repeat this exact step to introduce the lesson material, placing the consonant k and the cartoon frog graphic right at their specific audio cues. Keep your hands on the keyboard to speed this process up. Tap the spacebar to play and pause the timeline, and use the left and right arrow keys to nudge the playhead forward or backward one precise frame at a time. Relying strictly on these keyboard shortcuts removes the friction of dragging a mouse. It allows you to align visual blocks with audio spikes rapidly and accurately. Now, it is your turn. Pause the video and apply these mechanics to the next sequence. Edit the next 8 consonants, from the letter tha through ah. You must maintain the correct top-to-bottom track hierarchy and align the red highlight graphics over the correct letters. Take a look at the completed timeline structure here. The visual blocks form a clean, descending staircase across the 4 tracks, hitting each audio peak without any overlap. This repetitive syncing builds physical muscle memory. Navigating audio peaks and placing graphics block by block is the core technique for controlling the pace of an educational lesson. The final requirement for this project is a timed quiz. We need to display 4 distinct consonant options on screen simultaneously, backed by a ticking clock audio file. We stack 4 letter graphics vertically across tracks 3 to 6, sharing screen space. When the clock hits 0, we use the razor tool, Ctrl-X, to slice the top track, placing a check mark against that cut to appear instantly. This cheat sheet reviews the workflow. Foreground graphics go on the top tracks. Zoom in to locate audio peaks. Navigate with spacebar and arrow keys, and execute precise cuts with Ctrl-X. Press Ctrl-E to export your completed sequence. You now possess the foundational mechanics to sync, stack, and time any educational video in OpenShot.